us see a property of Poisson process. The sum of two independent Poisson process is a Poisson process. Okay. So it's a property in Poisson process. Let us see the proof of this property. Okay. So sum of two independent Poisson process, right? Let us consider x of t and y of t be two independent Poisson processes. Okay. With parameters, you know, x of t is said to be Poisson process if it satisfies some postulates, right? So x of t is a random process. It will become Poisson process if it satisfies some postulates, right? So let us consider these two Poisson process and they are independent. And the parameter of this process is lambda 1 and the parameter of this process is lambda 2. Okay. And we have to prove sum of these two is also a Poisson process. Sum of two independent Poisson process is a Poisson process. Okay. So we have to prove sum of these two is also a Poisson process with parameter lambda 1 plus lambda 2. Okay. Okay. So now let us take probability. So listen here, I am going to use probability law of Poisson process to prove this property. Okay. So let us take P of x of t plus y of t equal to n. You know meaning. See, there are n occurrences in the interval 0, t, and when they two are added, right? Here they two are added in the interval 0, t. Okay. So listen here, you can come to know how I have written this. Okay. See, it is, let us take x of t, y of t. So then sum of occurrences is n, right? The total number of occurrences is n here. The number of occurrences is n. So if there is only one occurrence here, other n minus 1 occurrence will be here. When there are two arrivals, then here there will be n minus 2 arrivals in y of t, right? When there is 3 arrivals here, it will be n minus 3 here. When there are n or arrivals here in general, it will be n minus r arrivals here. Okay. So let us now write here let us consider the general case r n minus r. Okay. See here, it is probability of summation, probability of when there are r arrivals in the interval 0, t here, then n minus r arrivals will be in the interval 0, t here. Okay. Since they are independent, right, it is possible to write r takes value from 0 to n. Okay. R takes values from 0 to n. Okay. So here you see, now I use probability law of Poisson process. E power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial. Okay. First it is r factorial and for the next term it is n minus r factorial because there are n minus r arrivals. Okay. So it is n minus r factorial. N minus r factorial. And now listen here, take the terms which are independent of r. Let us have other terms here. Okay, let us simplify this. Listen here, r factorial, n minus r factorial in the denominator. And this is, these two terms are there. And I multiply and divided by n factorial. Okay. I multiplied and divided by n factorial. And we know NCR is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial, right? We studied in combination. N factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial is NCR. Okay. Okay. And now listen here, this becomes, when you give values to r, it becomes nc naught lambda 1 t whole power 0 lambda 2 t whole to the power n plus, when r takes 1, nc1 lambda 1 t whole power 1 lambda 2 t whole power n minus 1, etc. When r takes n, ncn lambda 1 t whole power n lambda 2 t whole power 0, right? When power 0 it is 1. NCN is also 1. Okay. So you can see I have written here the expansion. X plus a whole power n is equal to x power n plus. When you put r is equal to 0, NC naught is 1. Any term power 0 is also 1. It is simply lambda 2t whole power n. It is lambda 2t whole power n. Okay. So x power n. X is lambda 2t whole power n. When you come to the next term, when r is 1, NC1. X is lambda 2t whole power n minus 1 and we have a which is lambda 1 into t. Okay. So x2 is lambda 2t, a is lambda 1t. Okay. So this expansion is binomial expansion which is equal to x plus a whole power n. So x is lambda 2t, a is lambda 1t. Taking t common, it is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 into t. So which looks like e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial, right? So which is the probability law of Poisson process. From this we can say sum of two Poisson process is also a Poisson process, because you can see answer is like a probability law, right? So it is also a Poisson process with parameter lambda 1 plus lambda 2. The parameter. See, x of t and y of plus y of t is a Poisson process with parameter lambda 1 plus lambda 2. Okay. Let us see next property. The difference of two independent Poisson process is not a Poisson process. Okay. So if you try to prove like our last property, sum of two independent Poisson process is a Poisson process. There we discussed this case, right? We discussed this case. If there are n minus 1 arrival, here 1 arrival, so that the sum becomes n. If you do the same for difference, and listen here, it will not be n. It will not be n, right? If I assume there are n occurrences and we have n minus 1 occurrence here and 1 occurrence here, when I add these two, it will be n occurrence. If I do subtraction, it will not be, right? So we cannot prove like this property. Listen here, we cannot prove this property like our previous property, okay? The difference of two independent Poisson process, not a Poisson process. We cannot prove this property like our previous property. I hope you have understood, because this we cannot do this process here, okay? Okay. So here you see, let us assume, let the two Poisson process be x of t and y of t, and they are independent, and the parameters be lambda 1, lambda 2. We have to prove the difference is not a Poisson process. Let us use this method. You find mean, okay? We know mean of Poisson process lambda t, and variance of Poisson process is also lambda t, right? And here you see e of x of t minus y of t, which is e of x of t minus e of y of t. Since it is lambda t, here it is lambda 1 into t, okay? Lambda 1 is the parameter for this x of t. So lambda 1t minus lambda 2t, which is lambda 1 minus lambda 2 into t, which is similar like our Poisson process mean, right? E of x of t, the mean of e of x of t is lambda t. Mean of e of x of t minus y of t is lambda 1 minus lambda 2 into t, okay? So it is correct. Let us go, in order to find variance, let us go for e of x of t minus y of t the whole square, okay? So which is a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So taking expectation separately, and since the processes are independent, it can be written like this. And we know mean, this e of x square of t is, one we proved once, right? E of x square of t, while proving mean and variance, we proved, right? Mean and variance. In proving mean and variance, I showed you, right? What is, for variance, we should find e of x square of t. And the answer of e of x square of t is lambda t whole square plus lambda t, okay? In order to find variance, we found answer. Let us use this there, lambda t whole square plus lambda t, okay? Which is, see, for e of x square of t, I can write lambda t whole square plus lambda t. In place of lambda, I write lambda 1. Similarly, in place of lambda, I write lambda 2. And these two represent mean, which is lambda 1t into lambda 2t, okay? So let us simplify. Let us simplify lambda 1t, right? Listen here, lambda 1t whole square plus lambda 1t. It is right. And then can we write like this? See, a square plus b square minus 2ab plus these two terms, okay? So it is right, a minus b whole square plus these two terms. But what is actually e of x square of t, which is lambda 1 minus lambda t whole square plus lambda t is the answer. Listen here, what is e of x square of t? Lambda t whole square plus lambda t. But here it is lambda t whole square, okay? Lambda 1 minus lambda 2 whole into t whole square, okay? But this term is not similar like this term. How e of x square of t must be? How this term must, the answer of this one must be, listen here, what is here e of x square of t must be like this answer. Lambda t whole square plus lambda t. Here lambda is lambda 1 minus lambda 2, lambda 1 minus lambda 2. This must be our answer. Okay, this must be our answer for second mean. Okay, but here it is our answer there is, it is okay, lambda 1 minus lambda 2. But in place of lambda t, it is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 into t. It is not lambda 1 minus lambda 2 into t. Okay, so Answer is not like what the usual answer is. Hence, we can say this x of t minus y of t is not a Poisson process. The process x of t minus y of t is not a Poisson process. Okay. I hope you have understood the proof. See, I followed this method because this is not possible to discuss here. Okay. So, E of x of t. In place of x of t, it is x of t minus y of t. Answer must be lambda t. In place of lambda, lambda 1 minus lambda t. So, which is similar like our mean answer. Okay. And the second mean answer must be lambda t whole square plus lambda t. Answer must be. Okay. In place of lambda, lambda 1 minus lambda 2. But when you look at the answer, it is lambda t whole square. Okay. In place of lambda, lambda 1 minus lambda 2. But in place of this, listen here, it must be lambda 1 minus lambda 2 into t is the answer. But it is different here. So, the answer is not obtained. This answer is not obtained. Hence, it is not a Poisson process. Okay. Let us see now problems of a Poisson process. Okay. So, let us consider the problem. Suppose that customers arrive at a bank according to a Poisson process with a mean rate of 3 per minute. Okay. So, customers arrival rate is given. Mean arrival rate, which is lambda. Okay. Customers arrive at a bank according to a Poisson process with a mean rate of 3 per minute. So, per minute, the mean arrival rate is 3. Find the probability that during a time interval of 2 minutes, see time interval of 2 minutes, see that is t is equal to 2. You know, the number of customers arrive in the interval 0, t is x of t equal to n, right? I told you, see, well, in the discussion, the part 1 video, see x of t equal to n. See, the number of arrivals or number of occurrences, n denote the number of occurrences in the interval 0, t. Okay, interval 0, here it is given 2 minutes. So, where t takes 2 minutes. Okay, we have to find the probability of exactly 4 customers arrive of 2 minutes interval. Okay, less than 4 customers arrive in a time interval of 2 minutes. Similarly, more than 4 customers arrive. Okay, so let us answer this question. So, what is given? Lambda is equal to 3 per minute given. Okay, and it is said customers arrive according to Poisson process. So, let us first take the solution. X of t denote the number of customers. Okay, the number of customers arrive during a time interval of 2 minutes. Okay, during a time interval 2 minutes. Okay, so that is t is equal to 2. So, what is the meaning? T is equal to 2 time interval. Okay, and it is given mean arrival rate. So, the customers arrive at a rate of 3 per minute. Okay, mean arrival rate lambda is equal to 3. So, arrival rate of customers to the bank is 3 per minute. Okay, so from these two it is very clear that x of t is a Poisson process. Okay, x of t is a Poisson process. And we know probability of Poisson process. P of x of t is equal to n. P of x of t is equal to n is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial. Okay, n takes value 0, 1, 2, etc. Let us answer first subdivision. So, first these are all needed, okay, to do subdivisions. Exactly probability of exactly 4 customers arrive in 2 minute interval. Probability of in 2 minute interval exactly 4 customers arrive. It denotes number of customers in the interval, right? So, it needs 2 minutes, right? So, exactly 4 customers arrive. So, in place of t write 2, in place of lambda write 3, and in place of n write 4. Okay. So, lambda into t, 3 into 2, 6. It is 6 whole to the power 4 divided by 4 factorial. Use calculator and you will see answer is 0.1388. Okay. Second subdivision. We have to answer probability of less than 4 customers arrive in 2-minute interval. See, less than 4 customers. So, you denote number of customers. Less than 4 customers arrive in the interval of 2 minutes, okay? Which is equal to, we know P of x of t less than 4 denote, there may be in x of 2 is equal to 0. There may be no customer or 1 customer or 2 customers or 3 customers may arrive, right? So P of x of 2 equal to 0, P of x of 2 equal to 1, P of x of 2 is equal to 2 plus P of x of 2 is equal to 3. Let us use probability law. E power minus lambda t. Lambda t is 6. 6 power 0 by 0 factorial. It is e power minus 6. 6 power 1 by 1 factorial because n is 1. Number of customer is 1. Similarly, lambda t is 6, no doubt, okay? Because 2 into 3, 6, okay? It is 6 to the power 2 by 2 factorial. Similarly, e power minus 6 into 6 to the power 3 by 3 factorial. You can take e power minus 6 common. 6 power 0, 1, 0 factorial 1. It is 6 power 1, 6. 1 factorial is 1. 6 square is 36. 36 by 2 is 18. It is 6 into 6 into 6 by 1 into 2 into 3. 1 into 2 into 3 is 6. 1 6 get cancelled. It is 6 square 36. Use calculator and you will see answer is 0.1512. Okay. And let us see third subdivision, which is probability that there are more customers. Okay. More than 4 customers arrive in a time of 2 minutes interval, right? So let us see third subdivision. It is probability of x of 2 greater than 4. So there may be 5 customers in 2-minute interval, 6 customers in 2-minute interval, right, etc. So which can be rewritten as 1 minus p of x of 2 less than or equal to 4, right? Which may be, instead of finding 5, 6, etc., we know, right, it can be written like this. So it can be, thus now we have found p of x of 2 less than 4, right? And when I find, say, p of x of 2 equal to 4. Actual meaning is x of 2 less equal to 0, x of 2 plus a plus p of x of 2 equal to 1, plus p of x of 2 equal to 2, plus p of x of 2 equal to 3, plus p of x of 2 equal to 4. So in the previous subdivision I have found less than 4, that is up to 3. So if I find equal to 4, it is over, right? And the answer of this is I think 0.1512. It is e power x of 2 equal to 4 is also known, right? From first subdivision we know p of x of 2 equal to 4, 0.1388, okay? Add the 2 and subtract it from 1 and you will see the required answer, okay? You will see the required answer 0.715, okay? Let us see this problem now. A machine goes out of order whenever a component part fails. So when a part in the machine fails, right? When a component in a machine fails, then machine goes out of order. The failure of this part, right, is in accordance with the Poisson process. So what is Poisson process here? It is x of t, which denote the number of occurrences usually. What is occurrence here denote? The failure of the parts, right? The failure of the component parts is a Poisson process, right? So x of t denote the number of failure parts with the mean rate of 1 per week. So the failure of the component part is given here. The mean rate of the component part fails is 1 per week. So lambda is 1 per week. We have to find the probability that 2 weeks have lapsed since last failure. That is, there is no failure. The meaning is there is no failure. There is no failure for the last 2 weeks. Okay. So there is no failure for the last 2 weeks. Find such probability. That is probability of x of 2 for 2 weeks, right? So the interval is 2 weeks. So x of 2 is equal to 0. So the number of failures is 0.
So number of occurrences denote number of failure parts, which is 0. So P of x of 2 is equal to 0 is the question asked. If there are 5 spare parts in an inventory, so the component part, listen here, we have 5 spare parts in stock and the next supply is not due in 10 weeks. So for the next 10 weeks there will be no supply and we have stock 5 spare parts. Find the probability that the machines will not be out of order. So when the machines will be in out of order? When the component part fails, right? Machine will not be out of order in the next 10 weeks. So machine will run for the next 10 weeks. So it's very clear, machine will not be out of order if the number of component parts failed is less than or equal to 5. Since we have only 5 spare parts, if the number of failure component parts is less than or equal to 5, then the machine will not be out of order. If a part fails, then we can use spare part, right? So if it is very easy. The question asks this, x of 10, right? For the 10 weeks, duration is 10 weeks. So x of 10 is equal, less than or equal to, right? 5. So 5 denote the number of failure. Number of occurrences here denote number of component part fails, right? So number of component parts failed can be less than or equal to 5. When it is equal to 5, machine will definitely run. When the number of component part is failed which is less than 5, that is if 4 spare parts required, 3 spare parts, 2 spare parts, machine will not be out of order because we have spare parts, right? So we can, the machine will not be out of order. So what is the question? It is probability of x of 10 less than or equal to 5 is the question, okay? Okay, let us do, first let us write what is x of t. What is x of t? X of t denote the number of failure parts. The number of failure component parts, okay? So x of t is a Poisson process, very clear. It is given. The failure parts is a Poisson process, right? Poisson process. Okay. So we can use probability law of Poisson process, which is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial, where n takes 0, 1, 2, etc. Right? We know by probability law of Poisson process. Let us answer first subdivision. What is lambda given? 1 per week, right? Lambda is equal to 1 per week. Okay. So first question, P of x of 2 is equal to 0. There is no failure for the last 2 weeks, okay? Which is, put n is 0, right? And lambda is 1 and t is 2. So 1 into 2, 2, e power minus 2, 2 power 0 by 0 factorial. Which is, you use calculator and see, it is 0.1353. Let us see second subdivision. I explained you very clearly, right? X of 10 less than or equal to 5. So listen here, machine will not be out of order. Machine will run always if the component part does not fail. If any of the component part fails, then we can replace it with the spare part. Since we have 5 spare part, so if the number of failure spare part is less than or equal to 5, machine will keep on running, okay? So here this is the question asked. So P of x of 10, if it is if there is no spare part fails, then it will be, the machine will run, right? Similarly, x of 10 is equal to 1, x of 10 is equal to 2, x of 10, P of x of 10 is equal to 3, P of x of 10 is equal to 4, plus P of x of 10 is equal to 5. Okay, we know e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial. Where lambda, the mean failure rate, which is 1. So n is 0 and t is 10. When you substitute it in the probability law, e power minus 10, 10 power 0 by 0 factorial. E power minus 10, 10 power 1 by 1 factorial. Substitute this in probability law. E power minus 10, right? Minus 10. But since lambda is 1, lambda into t. 1 into 10, 10. 10 power 2 by 2 factorial. Similarly, e power minus 10 into 10 power 3 by 3 factorial e power minus 10 into 10 power 4 by 4 factorial e power minus 10 into 10 power 5 by 5 factorial. Take e power minus 10 common, simplify, use calculator, okay, use calculator and you will see answer is 0.067, okay. Let us see this problem. Suppose that customers arrive at a counter according to a Poisson process. So customers arrive in a Poisson fashion and the mean arrival rate of customer is 2 per minute. So lambda is equal to 2 per minute, okay. Find the probability that interval between two successive arrivals is more than 1 minute, okay. So the interval between two successive arrival, what's the meaning? The interval between first arrival and the second arrival, two successive arrival is more than 1 minute. What is such probability? What is the probability that the interval between two successive arrival is more than 1 minute, okay. The interval between two successive arrival, what's the probability that interval between two successive arrival is 4 minutes or less? What is the probability that interval between two successive arrival is between 1 and 2 minutes, okay. So we have studied in the first unit in exponential distribution, right? You go through exponential distribution of first unit. We have studied inter-arrival time follows Poisson distribution, exponential distribution, right? Inter-arrival time follows exponential distribution. That is, what's the meaning inter-arrival time? The time interval between two successive arrivals, right? Follows exponential distribution. We know, right? Let us do the problem. We know that the inter-arrival time, right? Inter-arrival time follows exponential distribution, which we studied, okay? We studied in exponential distribution. What is the meaning inter-arrival time? The time interval between two successive arrivals is called the inter-arrival time, which follows exponential distribution, okay? So this is capital T. What is the question asked? First subdivision, probability of the inter-arrival time between two successive arrival is more than 1 minute, okay. And second subdivision, probability of the inter-arrival time is between the successive arrival is less than or equal to 4 minutes. 4 minutes or less, okay. Then probability of inter-arrival time between two successive arrival is between 1 and 2 minutes. That is 1 less than t less than 2, okay. So these are the questions asked. These are the questions asked, okay. So being in this capital T follows exponential distribution, and this exponential distribution is it is a continuous distribution, right? Binomial, Poisson, geometric or discrete distribution. This exponential and normal, right, all are continuous distribution, right? So P of t greater than 1. We know exponential distribution, the PDF of exponential distribution is f of t equal to lambda into e power minus lambda t in the interval 0, infinity. This is the PDF of exponential distribution. Exponential distribution, okay. So let us write now what is f of t here. Here the PDF of exponential distribution is f of t equal to lambda is 2 given, right? So 2 into e power minus 2t, okay, 0 to infinity, okay. So it is ready to answer first subdivision, p of t greater than 1, integral 0 to infinity f of t dt, okay, which it is greater than 1, so it is from 1 to infinity. Actual limit is 0 to infinity, but here it is from 1 to infinity, okay. So f of t is 2 into e power minus 2t dt, okay, which is e power minus 2t by minus 2, 1 to infinity, 2 get cancelled, e power minus infinity is 0, you know, right? So upper limit 0 minus lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit. For lower limit we have another negative sign, e power minus 2 by minus 1, which is e power minus 2. What is e power minus 2? 0.1353. And similarly you have to do p p of t less than or equal to 4, which is integral 0 to 4, right? Integral 0 to 4 f of t dt. Here it is integral 1 to 2 f of t dt. Okay. You have to try. What is this? It is integral 0 to 4 f of t dt. So you see answer is 0.9997. Verify. Okay. Similarly for third subdivision, it is integral 1 to 2 f of t dt. Okay. So you substitute f of t, integrate, and you see answer is 0.1170. Okay. So it is left to you. Let us see this problem. If patients arrive at a clinic according to a Poisson process with mean rate of 2 per minute. So mean arrival rate is 2 per minute here. Okay. So lambda is equal to 2 per minute. And find the probability that during 1 minute interval, t is equal to 1. It is given. Okay. T is equal to 1 minute interval. Find the probability that in 1 minute interval, no patient arrives. That is what is the question. In 1 minute interval, no patient arrives. Okay. So what is x of t denote? X of t denote the patients arrive at a clinic. Okay. Number of patients arrive. Which denote, what is x of t denote? X of t denote number of patients arrive at a clinic. Okay. Arrive at a clinic. So p of x of 1 equal to 0 is asked. Okay. We know here x of t is a Poisson process. X of t is a Poisson process. Okay. Because what is Poisson process? We have already discussed, right? It satisfies postulates, right? So here we know that the probability law of Poisson process is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial if there are n customers or n occurrences in the interval 0, t. Here it is p of x of 1 is equal to 0. Lambda is 2 given. So 2 into 1, 2 power 0 by 0 factorial. If you see answer is 0.1353. Okay. Let us see this problem. If particles are emitted from a radioactive source at the rate of 20 per hour, find the probability that exactly 5 particles are emitted during a 15-minute period. Okay. So it's a problem of Poisson process. Very clear, right? So what is given? Let us assume x of t denote number of particles emitted from a radioactive source. From a radioactive source. X of t denote the number of particles emitted from a radioactive source. Okay. So x of t is a Poisson process. X of t is a Poisson process. So we can use probability law of Poisson process, which is probability of x of t is equal to n is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial. What is lambda given? The particles are emitted at the rate of 20 per hour. So it is 20 per hour. Okay. And it is given, we have to find the probability that exactly 5 particles are emitted. So number of particles emitted is 5. So n is 5 here. Number of particles is 5 during a 15-minute period. So time interval is 15-minute period. You go through other problems we have done. Both the unit will be same. If it is hour, it is hour. If it is minute, it will be minute. But here they are different. Okay. And hence what I do is I change this to the unit hour. And I know 60 minutes is 1 hour. Right. So 1 minute is 1 by 60 hour. So I can write it as it is 15 into 1 minute. Which is 1 minute is 1 by 60 into hour. Okay. So because both must be in same unit. Same unit. So what is the question asked? Exactly 5 particles are emitted in a 15-minute period, right? It is P of x of t. T is 15 by 60. What is 15 by 60? Exactly 5 particles. Okay. What is this? What is 15 by 60? I think 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Okay. which is e power minus lambda t. Lambda is 20, t is 1 by 4, lambda into t, that is 20 into 1 by 4, which is 5. 5 whole to the power 5, n is 5 here, whole divided by 5 factorial. Use calculator and see answer is 0.1755. Okay. So this is a problem. See, on the average, a submarine on patrol sights 6 enemy ships per hour. Assuming that the number of ships sighted in a given length of time is a Poisson variate. So number of ships sighted is a Poisson process given. So what shall we assume? Let us assume x of t denote number of ships sighted. It is given clearly, right? Number of ships sighted. See, number of ships sighted in a given length of time is a Poisson variate. So x of t is a Poisson process, right? It is a Poisson process, right? Okay. So when it is a Poisson process, we can use probability law of Poisson process. P of x of t equal to n is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. Okay. So what is given in the first sentence? On the average, a submarine on patrol sights 6 enemy ships per hour. Number of ships sighted is x of t. So they patrol, it's on patrol. When they go on patrol, they see on the average of 6 enemy ships. Okay. So that is mean arrival rate is given. Mean arrival rate of that enemy ships is 6. Lambda is equal to 6. When they go for patrol, they see 6 enemy ships on an average. So lambda is equal to 6 given. 6, okay. Per hour. And we have some subdivisions. Let us see first subdivision. Find the probability of sighting 6 ships in the next half an hour. So the time interval is half an hour. Right? So probability of x of 1 by 2 is equal to how many it is given? See, 6 ships in next half an hour. So 6 ships in next half an hour. Okay. This is what given. Lambda is 6, t is 1 by 2. You substitute this in this probability law and you will see answer is 0.0504. Okay. Second subdivision. What is second subdivision? See, find the probability of sighting 4 ships in next 2 hours. So the time interval is 2 hours and they have to see 4 ships in next 2 hours. 4 ships in next 2 hours. Substitute this in probability law of Poisson process. You will see 0.0053. Okay. What is third subdivision? See, third subdivision, find the probability of sighting at least 1 ship. Okay. That is greater than or equal to 1. They must see at least 1 ship in next 15 minutes time. Time interval is 15 minutes. But lambda is given in hour. So let us change it to the unit hour. Okay. We know 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 hour. So it becomes 50 by 60 hour. Okay. 1 minute, 15 into 1 minute. Or 1 minute can be written 1 by 60 hour. Okay. What is the question asked? In the next 15 minutes, at least 1 ship. They must see at least 1 ship. Okay. So P of x of t is 15 by 60. That is 1 by 4. At least denote, we know. At least here is greater than or equal to 1. They must see at least one ship. That is minimum 1. Maximum it can be any number. So they must see at least 1 ship in 15-minute interval. Okay. It can be any number, but minimum it must be 1. Minimum 1, maximum it can be. Okay. So 1 and more. 1 and more than 1 is at least. 1 and more than 1 is at least 1. Okay. So you substitute this in which is 1 minus p of x of 1 by 4 is less than 1. So that is p of x of 1 by 4. The value which x x of 1 by 4 can take less than 1 is 0. 0. Okay. So I use probability law of Poisson process, substitute. See, my answer is 0.7769. Okay. Last subdivision. Let us come to let us see last subdivision. See, they must see at least 2 ships in next 20 minutes. So we have to change the unit. Okay. T is equal to 20 minutes. But lambda is given in R. So 1 minute is, we know 1 minute is 1 by 60 R. Okay. 1 by 60 R. That is 1 by 3 R. So the question is, in 1 by 3 R, they must see at least 2 ships. What's the meaning at least 2? The number 2 and more than 2. 2 and more than 2 is at least 2. So it is, see, greater than or equal to 2. That is 3, 4, 5. Instead of finding all these, 1 minus p of x of 1 by 3 is strictly less than 2. Which my h is 1 minus p of x of 1 by 3 is equal to 0. Right? Plus p of x of 1 by 3 is equal to 1. That's all. Use probability law of Poisson process and you see answer is 0.5989. Okay. Which complete this problem. Listen here. We had already seen the proof of some properties, right? The sum of 2 independent Poisson process is a Poisson process. The difference of 2 independent Poisson process is not a Poisson process. Let us see one more property without the proof. If the number of occurrences of an event E is an interval of length t, is a Poisson process x of t with parameter lambda. Okay. Listen here, the number of occurrences usually we denote n. Here in this property, each occurrence, listen here, each occurrence is being recorded with probability p. Each occurrence, listen here, each occurrence is being recorded with constant probability p. Okay. And the recordings are independent of each other. Then the number of recorded occurrences in t, which is denoted by n of t. It is also a Poisson process with parameter lambda p. You know x of t is a Poisson process with parameter lambda. Here n of t is a Poisson process with parameter lambda p. See what is the difference? There the occurrences are not recorded. But here each occurrence is recorded. Each occurrence, each arrival is recorded with constant probability p. That's why this it is denoted by, listen here, the number of recorded occurrences is denoted by n of t. It is a Poisson process with parameter lambda p. Okay. Let us see a problem based on the property. See, a radioactive source emits particles at the rate of 6 per minute. Okay. So rate of 6 per, which is lambda, is a Poisson process. Each emitted particle has a probability of 1 by 3 being recorded. So each particle which is emitted is being recorded with probability 1 by 3. So constant probability. P is 1 by 3, lambda is 6. Find the probability that at least 5 particles are recorded in a 5-minute period. Okay. So lambda is also in minute and time interval is also in minute. Okay. So here, listen here. Question is find the probability of at least 5 particles. You know what is at least 5? Number 5 and greater than 5, right? Number 5 and more than 5 is at least 5. So the problem is based on recorded occurrences. The question is probability of n of t greater than or equal to 5. Greater than or equal to 5. Right? Which is asked. Okay. N of t, where t here denote 5-minute period. So probability of n of 5 greater than or equal to 5 is the question asked. Okay. So let us write n of t denote the number of particles emitted. Right. With probability 1 by 3 being recorded. Okay. Then n of t is a Poisson process by property. So probability law here is, there it is e power minus lambda t whole power n by n factorial. But the parameter lambda is lambda p here when it is for recorded occurrences. So lambda pt, here lambda pt. You know lambda is 6 per minute, p is 1 by 3, t is 5 minute. They are same unit of time. So this is what the question asked, right? Let us write 1 minus probability of n of 5 less than 5. So which is 1 minus of, right? N of 5 equal to 0, n of 5 equal to 1 up to 4. And you substitute it in this formula, right? Lambda pt whole power n, right? You multiply, substitute, and hence listen here, simplify using this using calculator, and this is the answer. Okay, and this problem completes this heading. Okay, thank you.